Awesome. Okay. How's everybody doing? Can you guys hear me? Can I get a thumbs up? Can I see some nice digits? If you can hear me? Okay, awesome. Perfect. It's a good start. So my name is Nate Justice. I'm an independent promoter with the company Pruvit. And I'm stoked to be on here today, guys. Honestly, great to see all your beautiful, shining faces this morning. See a lot of familiar faces, see a lot of unfamiliar faces too. That's awesome. And so I was thinking this morning, like, just how blessed we are, right? Because I think if you do this for a little while, you can kind of take for granted, that we have a place where we can come and get positivity and get growth and get leadership and work on ourselves to get to the next level, right? And, a lot of people wake up in the morning and they don't have that. They just, flip on the news, they get the negative energy right away coming at them, right? And that's all they get. Right. And some of them aren't even, pursuing this kind of life, this kind of growth because they just haven't been taught it or whatever. But we are so privileged to be in such an amazing community and such an amazing culture where we can we're committed to being the best versions of us, right? Whatever that looks like for you. And I just don't want to take that for granted today. So first of all, we can do this in two ways, guys. We can not take it for granted in two ways. Is everybody cool with that? I see some heads nodding. So the first way is that we can put away distractions. So let's give our 100% focus, our 100% energy to being in the here, being in the now, and not taking for granted that we have this amazing place where we can come and get better and get a ton of value. And the second thing is I would like to recognize somebody in your life, improve it, that has made a positive impact on your life in some way, shape, or form. So in the chat, can you put some names of some people that have made an impact for good in your life? So we got Sylvia, Nicole Mendez, Alexis Brady, Katie Rollins. They're going so fast here, guys. This is amazing. Kendra McMurphy, Amy Eckhart, Kayla Kelly, Lori Alberti, Kendra, Alexis Brady again, Mick and Camille, Nicole Walker, Courtney, Kendra, Patsy Young, Nate Justice, Kelly Couch, Katie Estra. Okay, guys, it keeps coming in. And you know what? I guarantee you this, that behind, it's not just names, right? There's actual things that these people have done to impact other people's lives. There's specific situations, specific things that they've spoken to their lives. And I just want to honor that in this time, guys, because I think it's very, very important to do, that we don't take this for granted. And I'm excited. Okay, don't want to forget this. On a housekeeping tip, make sure that you guys have your Epic tickets registered. Who's going to Epic? 2 hands. We need 2 hands for Epic. I'm going there. I'm getting out of this cold in Canada, guys. I'm coming down there and meeting some of you. So make sure your tickets are registered for Epic. Okay, there was some goodies given away for the first 200. And we really want to make sure that that's taken care of so that we know how many people are showing up. So let's get going here. I don't want to take up too much time on the intro, but I'm super excited. We got Abigail Kluttz coming at you today, and she's got a ton of value. She sent me some messages this morning about what she's doing, about being intentional, about having the talk with promoters or potential promoters. And, Abigail, if you don't know her, she's an absolute beast. We've been working together from the beginning, and she's been in this from the beginning. She was around the original conversation and, that they had when they huddled up, and they started this whole thing. And I'm just excited to hear from Abigail. She's got a ton of stuff to bring you guys. I got my notes out. Let's be 100% present. And Abby, you ready to rock this, girl?
Let's go. Let's do it. Another day at home with my child having no school. Let's get after it. And I just said, I just sent Tony Cohen a text that said behave, because his screen is right by mine. And when you're leading Zooms, you need to make sure the people around you are behaving and giving. And Stephanie, so that feedback helps, so be good. But guys, I'm excited to be on here with you. And what, babe? Can you call? He's at work. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So sometimes when my daughter's home, she calls through every contact on her list in the family. So here we go. And so one of my favorite topics is intention with promoters. Drop in the chat box right now if that has just been a wall for you, because I hear it often. You know, I've got so many customers. Give me your feedback on this. I have so many customers. Or how do I level up? How do I get to the next level? Nate, I think it's Lisa. How do I get to the next level? How do I become a CRP? And, or Heather Marco. I think that it's you have to, in this business, if you want it to be a business, you have to have intention on forming a team. And sometimes the way you look at it or the way you approach it, that can be your block, right? And so, when we first began this, I knew that I had come from another company. I know Tony was in it and Brian James and, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I don't even know what to do with that. Lisa, is there any way that you can unscreen share? We've got your screen share going on right now. I mean, it's beautiful hair. It is, but you are viewing Lisa's screen. I don't know, Nate. I don't even know how to remove that. Well, I'm gonna keep going with this. So let's get right into it, because when we first began this, I know I'd formerly come as being a trainer in a company where I sold a lot of product, and I knew nothing about the industry. And so when we began Pruvit, I came in with a different approach based on a past experience, because I knew that for about 3 years in my former company, it was easy for me to sell protein powder and vitamins, as a trainer, because I told people what to take and they took it, right? So number one, I was unreplicatable because I didn't know how to use third-party sources. And what you want in this business is people who are, at home, or they want residual income and they want to grow a business. So what I did to everyone was sold a lot of product, and they didn't have the same clientele. And so I blew them out of the water when it came to them thinking that they could do a business. So coming into Pruvit, I knew I had a high awareness that I didn't want to do it the same way. And so I remember the first 2 to 3 weeks, it was all conversations at a high level, asking people if they wanted to join me and beginning with this new conversation. That was language, new conversation, new movement, company. And since then, we've come a long way, and we truly do focus on getting people into, the experience first. But sometimes I think we lose the intention that you can still get somebody into the experience first. You can still do ACE, attract, connect, enroll, and you can skip them being a customer. You can have the promoter conversation up front. There's nothing wrong with that. I've done it. It works. But I want to talk to you today about that and reverse engineering what you think maybe you have to do in order. Because we can absolutely start with this and still go through the same process, but I'm just going to bring you through it on the back end today. So there's so many topics we can do around enrollment. How do we enroll a 5 or 10 day? You know, how do you get there? And that's through connection, but how do you bring someone in, and the logistics of enrolling them, the logistics of launching their business on social media. But today I want to laser focus in on language of getting promoters. I want to laser in on the environment that you can search for them. And I want to laser focus in on what to look for. We talk about reticular activating system, the RET, right? Well, I want to give you guys those things to think about, so when you see it and you're out and about, you're like, bam, that's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. That's on the list. So here we go. You'll definitely want a pen and paper. And if you're driving, you'll want to go back to a replay with a pen and paper. There you go. Come ready. Come to church with your Bible. All right. So on the front end, okay, there's really two environments. All right. Social media, about that all the time. Okay. When I am looking for someone from social media, the environment that I'm looking for is usually in a group, a group I'm in. And, you know, a lot of times we train on, hey, if you're in a group, be a part of that group and don't be soliciting out of that group. Be involved in adding and valuing, giving value to, you know, other people who like to knit. No idea where I pulled that up because I would never knit. But, you know, be all about that in the group you're in. But if you find somebody with the characteristics that we're going to go over, then through attraction that you learn on Mondays, you're going to start getting them to start looking at you without having to approach them and solicit from a group, right? Because every day we're learning how. This week we learned from Kendra how to show up on our social media. If you didn't hear that, go hit the replay. But if you're showing up every day on your social media, you're adding value, you're adding entertainment, you're being you, and you're interacting with people in a group, and maybe you're sending them a message in their DMs, and then you're filling your storyline every day, you're a cat. You're teasing them to come to you. Totally foreign and new into the dating world. Ugh. All right. But here's, yeah. I'm not going to lie. I've tried Bumble. Okay. But what I am learning right now is that if that man comes on too strong, I'm out of there. Okay. And I don't know if it's because I've been a recruiter, but by nature, I'm a give you this and pull away. Let's see what you do with that. A little bit of this, pull away. Let's see what you do with that. And it's the same thing in our business, right? We call it a slobbering dog, right? We just want to trickle the information and bring them to us, okay? So that's done through your attraction. But where I'm teaching you right now is on social media, you're going to find those people you want best probably through groups. And the reason why I say that is because you can get in groups where you identify with those people, they're most like you, or they're the type of people that you want the most. You are in control of going into that. And I personally have really away from scroll game because I will go down a tunnel and I will waste time during my day if I'm scrolling to try and look through and see who people are. But if I'm in a group and I see someone make, like a great post, or I see a lot of people engage with that post, then I'm going to go look at their wall and I'm going to see what they're all about. And sometimes I use a technique called mirroring. All right. Where if I like really want that person and I think they're going to be amazing, then sometimes I mirror them. Like if they put a meme up that day, sometimes I'll put a meme up that day. If they put this up that day, maybe I'll put that up that day, because I know in body language and psychology, mirroring is a big component in when you're talking to someone trying to close something. So, the types of things you're looking for on social media. And remember, like Kendra said, we all begin with about 3 likes and no comments, okay? But when I am looking on social media for someone, I am looking on their wall to see if what they're doing is already providing value, already being engaging, already having an influence on people, already being attractive to other people, and putting out that, you know, people want to follow them, people want to engage with them. Because wouldn't it be nice if you kind of had somebody who already had that immediate, you know, following and influence? So if I'm going to go the social media route, these are things that I'm looking for. And so when I see it, that goes off. Okay. So I'm going to name qualities for you right now, and they really go both ways. So here's your list of qualities. I should have given Nate notes beforehand, but Nate, if you want to write in the chat box here, just, you know, you guys are taking notes. I look for charisma, charisma, charisma. I look for leadership. I look for influence. Now, this one you're going to find when I talk more about the second environment. I like calling it the walkabout. I don't know why. I saw a movie one time with Australians and they were like, you got the walkabout stick. But the walkabout environment, you can see someone who like lives in a fast pace, right? They can handle stressors. Lots of things are coming at them at once. Somebody who's capable of carrying some weight, so a fast pace. Posture. This is going to be more on the walkabout. I'm going to say that every time. You're going to remember that. Their posture. Why? Okay, because you can tell a lot about someone by the way they carry themselves. You really can. And that can translate into confidence, okay? Now, I have bad posture, and I'm always working on it, but I know I do have an air that when I walk fast. That's kind of a posturing position. When I'm focused on something, I'm not really looking around. People, you know, when I'm walking by a friend, they are always following me because they think I'm leading. And then we end up getting lost because I thought they were leading. But that's a posturing type of air, all right? Confidence, energy, high vibe, right? We want that. I have to wake up and create that, and so do you. But like I see people that have so much energy and such a high vibe, and they pick mine up, and I want that. I want people around me like that. An extrovert. Now, keep in mind, this is, I am a high introvert. Like after 12 hours at an event, I will be hitting a brick wall and have to be alone to revive the energy. But don't mistake that. That's where you get energized. I can live in an extroverted setting, and I can initiate conversations, and I can talk to people even though I'm a huge introvert. So I think sometimes we get that confused. It's where do you plug into energize? Okay, so those are some basic main qualities that if you have that written on a list and you're kind of reading those to yourself every day, then that's going to go off when you find that person. And then you need to take action. And so the next segment of this is giving you some basic language, okay? So if you're on social media, this is rapport building, right, for a while. And then when it gets to that point and you feel it, you can start connecting them with pieces. Like I've got 2 conversations started by sending Jody's video out on the training with Sylvia yesterday. Literally, I have 2 promoter opportunity conversations going because I sent 10 moms that video, and 2 of them now we're kicking it back and forth. So you're going to build rapport with people, but if you're ever looking at a cold market situation, a cold person on social media, a little bit of language, if you want to just get in there, because I know some of you are like, I want to take this to the top and I want to build a team and I want to do it right now. All right. So if you're going to be at home because your kid's home and you can't get out and you just want to get in there, you know, a piece of language that I like is, I know we don't know each other. Like, let's state the obvious. All right. I know we don't know each other, but I continually have seen your post and I love X, Y, Z about you. I can absolutely see by what you put out that you would be an amazing fit with what I do. I've been in this long enough to know a type of person that excels at what I do. Would you ever be interested in getting on a video conferencing call with me and just talking about possibilities? I like possibilities over opportunity, you know. Here's the dynamic of that. You don't have to have that word for word verbatim, okay? But I think here's the point. You're being honest. You're being intentional. You're not being sneaky, and you're not spamming. You're not throwing a link. You're not inviting them with a spammed type message into your private party. You are literally stating the obvious. We don't know each other. I like this about you, and I have a vision for you that probably you can't see for yourself. And would you be open to getting on? And I'm telling you, I am not messaging with people that I want to be a promoter. We will be on a face-to-face. Like, Tony, just raise your hand. Do you use face-to-face? Do you ever text people who you would want to be on your team? No. Tony will have you face-to-face talking about it. Messaging is just for the beginning. If you want someone to be on your team, then you get on a video conferencing call. You get on a Zoom. You call them. I have absolutely shocked people because I'll be messaging with them and I feel the energy picking up. I feel we're going this way. I feel it's getting good. I feel we could probably do this. And I will literally hit the camera button through my messenger and they won't pick up, and then they'll text me back. And they're like, I'm on the toilet. Or, you know, I'll have to, then they don't pick up and they'll say, whoa, what was that? And I said, I want to see your face. Could you get on a video conferencing call with me? Sometimes I get too excited. I don't even ask, but because we're talking good. But that's the next step, right? Like, I mean, just like, you don't want to bumble all day. You don't want to message all day. Like, let's get in there. Let's have the coffee. Is it a fit? No, I never want to see you again. Is it potential that we go on a second, date and talk a little bit? Yes, it is. But like, I don't want to spend the whole week messaging with you. All right. That's a waste of time. So build the rapport, be intentional, get them on a face-to-face, and state your possibilities for them and share your passion on what you do. Okay. The second one, that is social media. All right. I am more uncomfortable doing that than the walkabout. All right. Because I'm just saying it because Billy Walker laughs every time and I like seeing her laugh. So, I did this training on the Pruvit Promoter page during Christmas because I was out more than I am usually out. I'm going to give you some environments that I think are great. All right, Nate, or somebody can kind of write down these environments first when you're out and about. Okay, and it's not a bad idea to wear your Pruvit shirt. I really don't that much. There's more curiosity sometimes, but here we go. Lululemon. Do you know who recruits more people from Lululemon than anyone I know? Brian Underwood. I think half the people who have come on the Pruvit crew have been recruited from Lululemon. They do a great job training. They're amazing people. You know, the other place that gets unbelievable training in customer service and leadership and handling, you know, we call it adaptability here, but Starbucks. I managed a Starbucks for 3 years. It was some of the best training I've ever gotten for this job in my life. Very intensive training there. Other places are restaurants, because literally you can sit back and you can identify those characteristics by watching waiters and waitresses. It's a fast-paced life. They have more than one thing to think about. They have lots of people that sometimes they're serving at once. They have high responsibility, and you know what they love? Fast cash. I had to get out of waitressing because I was making big, fast cash, and it was very easy to spend. And most of the people I was working with at the time would go below it that night. They like the fast cash. They like money. They're hustlers. People in service in general. Orange Theory, had a lot of good conversations come out of there. It's a health-minded place. The gym, guys, I've probably joined 10 gyms in the last 4 years. I'm a gym hopper. I'm not paying for them all. I walk about. I quit and I go in another one, quit, go in another one. I blow through the environment the best I can. Hair salons, gosh, I can't imagine why every hairstylist in the world would not be doing this. Seriously. And my hairstylist is a customer. She's a SmartShip customer, and I get good referrals from her. I have hairstylists on my team who are awesome. And so everybody talks about, women talk about their bodies and their troubles in the chair at this. Any hairstylist you know should say, they say, I should have been a psychologist. So the people are opening up emotionally, and that's a great place, you know, to be listening and looking for a promoter. My lash lounge, because I'm like laying on the bed for an hour with somebody. Okay, like there's just all sorts of places, and I'm going to give you now a script and piece of language for a waiter or waitress. So it's the same thing with the fundamental that there's an XYZ behind it. Okay, so number one, after the bill is dropped, because they're going to spend a little bit more time with you after they lay down the bill because they're waiting on their tip. All right. They're going to give you just a little bit more attention at that time. And it's your job to say, hey, I just want you to know that I really appreciated your service today. Like, you were on it and you made this experience. This happened at Christmas to a guy. I said, you made this experience for my mom, and amazing today. And I absolutely love your energy and I love your personality. So number one, I'm picking a good time to do it. And this goes with anybody in the retail space. All right. You can't approach them while they have 5 other people they're helping. Picking a good time to do it, and starting with speaking life over them and what they're good at and what you love about them. Because a lot of people need to hear that. I need to hear that. You need to hear that. What makes you special? What gives you an edge in this business that Abby Kluttz doesn't have? You need to know what makes you uniquely special and how you apply it here. Then you tell them what you appreciated. And then you acknowledge, I do not want to bother you right now because I know you're working and I totally want to respect your space. Acknowledge that, okay? You set them up being direct, that you're just going to do something very direct and you're not going to take up their space or interfere with the job that you respect that they have right now. And then next is, I just think by everything I saw from you today, you may be interested in what I do and enjoy it, because some of the qualities I've seen in you today would be awesome with what I do. Would you be open to me just leaving you my contact information and definitely getting yours? So later today, I could follow up with you and maybe we could talk. That's it. That is it. And yeah, the important thing about that is you're getting their information, because if you give them yours, they're not going to call you. And if you don't follow up, it's not going to happen. So it's the same premises. Appreciation for who they are, speaking life and empowerment over them, respecting where they're at, and asking permission to talk more. Casting a vision for them because they hadn't seen themselves that way. And nobody sees themselves in a network marketing business. You're going to have to speak life over some of the successful talents and gifts that you've seen that they have, and give them the confidence that it would play out well here. And I want to tell you about this. Okay, so it's the same script. Asking permission, being respectful, speaking vision over them. So we've got the environments listed out. We have the type of qualities that we're constantly looking for. You have a basic XYZ script that works on social media and it works out and about. And I want to give you one last thing before we close up. Do I have permission to go 5 minutes more with you? Yes. Okay, good. Because let's just go ahead and be real intentional that our customers have already had a great experience. Okay, so just giving you a little bit of language, hey, Monica, I have absolutely loved watching your journey here. I've loved watching your transformation. I love your passion around our product because I have that too. I notice, that you have a lot of energy and you have a lot of influence with your friends. And would you be open today for me coaching you on maybe just making a post? Maybe you'll get feedback, maybe you won't. But if you do, then we can certainly earn free product. And I think whether we do or whether we don't, and I know some of you are, okay, I'm sorry. I'm just like, it's the premises, and I should have written it out. Maybe I will when we're done. But maybe you do, maybe you don't. But I think you would be great at what I do, and you could go way further than free product with the right training. Okay? I'm basically doing the same thing. I'm acknowledging their experience, their passion, their transformation. I'm asking for permission to almost pre-coach them on a pre-sell and see what that result is. You don't even have to do that. You can go straight to the, would you be open to getting on a face-to-face with me today? Because I can really see you excelling at what I do. And maybe you don't know exactly what I do on a daily basis, but I think you would be phenomenal at it. Okay, so that's just language that you can speak life over a customer and ask them if they're willing to learn more about what you're doing. And so to caption and to wrap this all up, okay, no matter what, no matter you going for a promoter, no matter you're, bringing a customer into this situation, I'm sorry, this doesn't apply to a customer, you're still going to go back to ACE, okay? Like even if I'm getting someone face-to-face on a Zoom, I still want to take them through a 10-day experience. Do I want to put a customer order in right off the bat after being on a face-to-face Zoom? No. I've been intentional that I want them as a promoter, but I always say, I think you're going to be amazing at this, but the most important thing to me is that you have a great experience with this, and that I give you that opportunity that I first had to come into this with your love for the product. So how about we get you a 10-day and we keep talking back and forth. And if by day 5 you're on fire, I'll start coaching you on how you could enter into the business like I did. All right. So I'm still going. I've had the promoter conversation, and now I'm ending right back into the trial experience. And now I just have more intention that when we're done, it's not finding their favorite flavor and getting them on SmartShip. When we're done, it's teaching them about pre-selling that same 10-day experience that they just had and what they can do next for it from the business. So with that, Nate, I'm going to pass it back to you. Oh, awesome. Wait, I'm sorry. Had no action item, okay? My action item is to apply this. Apply this 2 times on social media and apply this 2 times in a walkabout situation, okay? How's that for action? Okay, go on, Nate.
Love the Australian accent, Abby. That's awesome.
Thank you.
No, who thought that was valuable? 2 thumbs up? 2 thumbs up? Okay, awesome. Yeah, I love it because we're always looking for, like, we're crazy keto people, right? We're always looking for the energy, fat loss, and focus. But what I got from that is, like, are we tuned in to people who may be looking for this opportunity? Are we tuned in to, you know, people who may want in this community, may need the finances, the freedom, the leadership, the self-development, right? And so we can go one or 2 ways. And thank you, Abby, for showing us how to be intentional with that. That was awesome. So tonight we have the COC profile. We got Mick Carrier on there. Woohoo! Mick, you crazy guy, you. And at 7:15 Eastern, guys. So 7:15 Eastern. And make sure that you guys are back here tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. We got the Mindset Leadership Attitude with Mr. the man, the myth, the legend, Brian James. So I'm excited for that.
Hey, Nate.
Yeah.
It's Central, 7:15 Central, 8:15 Eastern.
8:15 Eastern. Sorry about that. Thank you very much. And thank you guys for helping me out with that technical difficulty. I was getting like all these messages saying, you know, remove her. And then I was like, how? And we figured it out. It didn't take that long. But thank you guys for being adaptable and helping me through it. So we'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Have fun applying this stuff. And we will see you tomorrow.